This is Jeremiah 17, part 2. Keeping the Sabbath day holy. Now, they try to do stupid stuff, like try to make it so I sound like a preacher, in public. Oh, praise this, praise that. That's not how I sound. Or, hey, brother, you need to be right. Or what? I don't sound like these guys. Okay? I'm the top martial artist ever, not some guy in church that failed to obey God who puts on a circus show. Shame on you people for trying to pretend otherwise. Keeping the Sabbath day holy. This is what the Lord said to me. Go and stand at the gate of the people through which the kings of Judah go in and out. Stand also at the other gates of Jerusalem. Say to them, hear the word of the Lord, you kings of Judah and all the people of Judah and everyone living in Jerusalem who come through these gates. This is what the Lord says. Be careful not to carry a load on the Sabbath or bring it through the gates of Jerusalem. Do not bring a load out of your houses or do any work on the Sabbath, but keep the Sabbath day holy, as I commanded your ancestors. Yet they did not listen or pay attention. They were stiff-necked and would not listen or respond to discipline. But if you are careful to obey me, declares the Lord, and bring no load through the gates of this city on the Sabbath, but keep the Sabbath day holy by not doing any work on it, then kings who sit on David's throne will come through the gates of the city with their officials, and they and their officials will come riding in on chariots and on horses, accompanied by the men of Judah and those living in Jerusalem, and this city will be inhabited forever. So he's talking about the spiritual Jerusalem, the Jerusalem in the sky. Just like in Galatians 4, this is another point of reference, so you know definitively that they're talking about the righteous and Jerusalem in the sky. They're not talking about the Jews or the Israelites on earth. The spirit of the righteous, right? And he says, if you do the right thing, that those people who were Jews in the story of old, okay, will come through this gates along with the other righteous, along with those who are living in the spiritual realm, in the city of God in the spiritual realm. Okay? But they didn't do the right thing. And in Jeremiah, they predicted that and so on and so forth. Okay. And the story ends with them not ever doing the right thing as a people in this world, right? Just individuals being, because the narrow is the way to life and broad is the way to destruction. That goes for the Israelites too, and so on and so forth. It's overkilled so many places. When I see racist Jews arguing that salvation is through them, I'm like, how dare you? How dare you? The Bible clearly says the kingdom of heaven is through me. Okay, it's taken from you. It's clearly pointing to me. And your argument is flesh. My argument is spiritual deeds. God rewards those according to their deeds. So how dare you say that? How shameful is that? What kind of hate group cults would make that argument? Okay. People will come from the towns of Judah and the villages around Jerusalem, from the territory of Benjamin and the western foothills, from the hill country and the Negev, bringing burnt offerings and sacrifices, grain offerings and incense, and bringing thanks offerings to the house of the Lord. But if you do not obey me to keep the Sabbath day holy, by not carrying any load, as you come through the gates of Jerusalem on the Sabbath day, then I will kindle an unquenchable fire in the gates of Jerusalem that will consume her fortresses. So it's saying, if you do not obey me by not being wicked, okay, then you're carried down by the heavy load of sin as you come on the Sabbath, then the fire of the Lord will burn. So all these mockeries, all these churches, mosques, and synagogues, what Jeremiah 17 is saying, no offense to anybody, all those places should be concerned with being holy, not being offended. Why are they so concerned with being offended and not concerned with being holy? It says that they're mocking God and they're carrying that burden of cheating me out of my right to lead. So there's a fire in the spiritual realm, burning. It's an unquenchable fire burning their souls. And I am the way, the truth, and the life. And they don't obey me before my flesh dies as individuals, then they are done. And they've added on to their ancestors and their offspring's sin as well. They're done spiritually, right? They're going to go to hell and they're going to live pitiful lives and so on and so forth. Thank you.